We have a major Anthony Black leap incoming this season if he can build on the potential we saw from him last season. There has been a lot of talk about Black recently, a lot of expectations for the Magic Guard as he enters his third year in the league. Some people have been discussing whether or not he should start if Jalen Suggs isn't ready to go for that season opener. There's been a lot of conversation about his shooting woes. We're going to get into all of that here today on Magic Digest. But first, let me welcome you guys back to the channel. Welcome to Magic Digest, y'all. This is your host, Sam Rodriguez. Shout out to my subscribers. Thanks for following along. And shout out to my non-subscribers. I'm going to have to call you guys out here. 67.5% of you watching are not subscribed. It only takes a second. Hit that subscribe button and go ahead and turn on those notifications. Yes, I'm asking for two things so you don't miss a single video and you can stay locked in with us over here at Magic Digest. Like I always say, we're trying to build this Orlando Magic community up, y'all, especially as we are so very close to the season. And maybe the season hasn't started, but I can say that Orlando Magic basketball is officially back tonight in about an hour from the time that I'm recording this, 8 p.m. Eastern time. The Orlando Magic will play their first preseason game against the Miami Heat in Puerto Rico, which I think is so dope. But something that I learned today, apparently last night there was a celebrity game in Puerto Rico, the Magic versus the Heat. And one of my all-time favorite athletes, he's a boxer. His name is Felix Trinidad. He is a Puerto Rican icon. My Puerto Rican followers, my Latino followers, you guys will know exactly who I'm talking about. Well, anybody who loved Felix, really. But he played in the celebrity game, and I have not seen a singular pic from the Orlando Magic socials. And I don't know, maybe they're unaware of what an icon Tito is, but if anybody from the Orlando Magic social team is watching, please drop those pics. I promise you, any fans of Felix Trinidad, like I said, especially your Puerto Rican, your Latino followers, and you know there is a big Puerto Rican and Latino population here in Orlando, Florida, we will greatly appreciate it. Drop those pics, trust me. But I'm excited to see the squad play in preseason, but until then, we're going to get into this Anthony Black conversation, you guys. So fans have been really excited about what they're seeing from Anthony Black in training camp. There's been a ton of snippets from training camp on social media. You can just check out the Magic socials to see that. We haven't talked too much about Anthony Black on this channel. I think I've mentioned him once or twice in the sense of having to kind of step up, coming off the bench, building on that potential that we saw last season. And going back to that conversation about whether or not he should start in place of Jalen Suggs, if Jalen Suggs can't be ready, I don't think so. I think ultimately you're going to see Anthony Black coming off the bench. I think if Jalen Suggs isn't ready to go, then Tyus is probably the smarter, more reliable option. He's a veteran point guard, a more traditional point guard. He's got a ton of experience, but I do think that Anthony Black would be great for him to run with in the backcourt. But that's my opinion on that. But going back to his potential, he's a very good defender. I'm just gonna give a few tidbits for those who don't know too much about Anthony Black. He's a very good defender, very good at attacking the basket. He's very well liked within the Magic organization. He's gotten a ton of high praise, specifically from Coach Mosley and his teammates with regards to his potential. I'll get into that in just a moment, but let's just talk about one of the big concerns with his game. It's been his shooting. Now I'm gonna just pull up his stats from last season for you guys, and it's not listed here, so I do just want to give him some credit. He played in 78 games last season. That's up from 69 in his rookie year, so just want to shout out to him for that. For obvious reasons, of course, there's been a ton of injuries with the Magic, and you know, part of being a good NBA player is being available to actually play. Anthony Black has been available and doing what he can with that time. Now he averaged 8.4 points a game, 3 assists, 1.1 steals, which is great. And then let's get to his shooting. He shot about 42% from the field and 31.8% from three, always an area of concern for the Magic. And Unfortunately, this dropped to around 15% in the playoffs against Boston. So, not great, of course. I would obviously love to see his shooting improve. Not saying it's going to do so in some monumental way, but maybe with the new roster upgrades, someone like Tyus Jones, like I said, who's a great facilitator, might be able to get him some good looks with that second unit, especially in the corners where Anthony Black apparently shoots a little better, and defenders are not coming out to defend him. So hopefully we'll be able to see a little improvement there. And I know there's been a lot of talk about this, about him becoming a better shooter on Zach Lowe's podcast. And Magic fans, don't get too mad at me for bringing up Zach Lowe. I know that he made some comments recently that Magic fans were not too happy about. He made a comment about how small the Orlando Magic fan base is, which I'm only bringing up so that you guys can hit that subscribe button and we can build this Magic community up here and prove Zach Lowe wrong. So let's build it up, y'all. John Hollinger said that he thinks that the Magic fully anticipate that Anthony Black will develop into a good shooter, but Zach Lowe fought back on that point just a little bit, saying that we're all going to belabor the jump shot. He's never going to be a great shooter. Never say never, right? But anyway, he does a lot of things well, and his athleticism just pops off the screen, going to the rim with such force. I'm buying the Anthony Black stock. The Magic are going to be absolutely no fun to play against. So I just want to address that quickly. I think there's this point too about Anthony Black. There's like all these different focuses. His shooting, becoming a starting level point guard or a ball handler. Will he start if Suggs can't go? I think maybe the point that Zach Lowe is trying to make, even if it didn't start out so well, is that he's very good at other things due to his size. And I don't know if anybody saw this, but apparently Anthony Black is now 6'9" after he was 6'7". I don't know. I guess he grew. But that's huge for the position um that he plays. He's a very versatile player. He's aggressive getting downhill, and true to the Magic's identity, he is a very, very capable, a very good defender. I mean, if you look back at the stats, he averaged 1.1 steals, like I said, and almost a block per game last season. So the proof is in the pudding there. Franz, actually, he was the teammate. I was trying to think of who it was actually asked to build his perfect player with the players on his team. And he chose Anthony Black for perimeter defense. Let's see, do I have that up here? Yes, I do. There goes the tweet there. It's actually a really great video watching Franz put together his team. I think he chose himself for IQ, and I'm with you, Franz. I hear you, and I love that you chose yourself. That's great. But going back to the last part of Zach Lowe's quote about how the Magic are going to be no fun to play against. I mean, I was thinking about this all last night. He is right on the money. Just like off size alone. Just think about the starting lineup, right? You have Jalen Suggs, your starting point guard at 6'5", also one of the best defensive point guard in the league. Desmond Bane is 6'6", he's two-sized. Paolo and Franz are about 6'10" each, I would say. And then Wendell Carter Jr., also a great defender with his size. Then you go to the bench. You have Tyus, who's obviously a little smaller than everyone else, but again, very skilled, very experienced point guard. Not worried about that. Anthony Black apparently at 6'9", Jonathan Isaac, one of the best defenders in the league, at 6'10", and then you have Goga. I mean, off pure size alone, on top of the fact that they were already the second best defensive team in the league, I mean, this team is just going to be ridiculously difficult to get buckets against. So yeah, it's just going to be a nightmare for some teams. But going back to that second unit, Anthony Black is going to be important for that second unit. He's definitely going to bring that aggression, that energy, and everybody loves that energizer off the bench, right? And that's how this organization wants him to play. Coach Mosley had Anthony Black actually playing at the 4, which is crazy in a practice recently, kind of citing how versatile he is, how versatile the roster is, and how interchangeable the Magic's lineups are going to be. But um, yeah, the praise for Anthony Black within the Magic organization has just been very high. Talking about his command on the floor when he's playing both offensively and defensively. And I really loved this quote from Wendell Carter Jr. He said, when AB is on his game, in my opinion, he's one of the best guards in the league. When he's playing carefree, not saying careless, when he's just flowing and relying on his strengths, getting downhill to the basket, shooting open threes, not turning them down, AB is a tough guard. So, for one, I think we're going to see more of Anthony Black this season. Again, there's a lot of eyes watching, a lot of expectations. He's going into his 3rd year, so we expect to see a bit of a jump from him, right? He impressed last season, where half his team was injured and maybe certain responsibilities were placed on him, like many other players last season. But these expectations aren't just for no reason. He does contribute to Magic wins. Over the last 3 months of last season, the Magic went 11-2 when Anthony Black has scored at least 10 points in a game. So while there was some inconsistencies in his shooting, in his performances, there were a ton of inconsistencies with the Magic period. So with a fully healthy squad, I think we're going to get to see the best version of Anthony Black. And according to him, the best version of himself is just being in attack mode every time he gets the ball, regardless of how the game is going, how the season is going, how the possession is going, just staying aggressive and being in attack mode and trusting myself for 82 games. And let's all circle 82 games. Let's put it in a prayer circle, just wishing and praying nothing but health on this Magic team. But like I said, we're gonna see how Anthony Black looks very, very soon. The Magic play their first preseason game very shortly, 8 p.m. Eastern time against the Miami Heat. I know it's been confirmed that Jalen Suggs will not be playing. Mo Wagner will obviously not be playing. We won't see Mo until January, but apparently both are still doing non-contact work in practice now. I hope we get some updates pretty soon about Jalen Suggs practicing with contact, because the season is right around the corner, you guys. October 22nd is the Magic's season opener, also against the Miami Heat. But I'm gonna go check out, go watch this preseason game. I will be back with y'all tomorrow to discuss how this went. We'll talk about Anthony Black and Desmond Bane, of course. Super, super excited to see Desmond Bane in the Magic thread, shooting some threes, seeing Franz and Paolo and everybody back healthy. I'm so excited to see the game in Puerto Rico, you guys. So make sure you're subscribed, drop a comment, let me know what else we can cover over here on Magic Digest before the season starts in just a few weeks, and I will catch you all next video.